So right now, if you've not seen my video about Royce addressing Jerome and Vlad, that means two things. It's either it's still under review or it's out at the moment, and if it's the latter, I'll leave a link to it at the description of this video. But regardless, it's coming, so sit tight for that one. Now, many people, including relics like Jerome, now go on interviews to talk about Eminem to make the headlines, and today I'll be talking about an interview DMX did a few years back where he talked briefly about Eminem. The point of this is that recently, media journalists, especially Vlad, has been known to bait artists that come on his show to talk about Eminem to create some controversy which results in clicks/millions of views. And I see people acting like these artists don't have a choice. Well, today, regardless of how you feel about DMX, I'll share something with you guys on how to handle baits from interviewers by sharing a clip of DMX teaching how it should be done. By the way, DMX is also one of my favorite rappers ever. As always, before we dive in deep, remember to like this video. The likes are free. And remember to subscribe and turn on notifications if you enjoy content like this. So Vlad has been making a killing for years now, inviting mostly washed up artists to his show with a few that still show promise. And it's now become tradition on his show to ask questions about Eminem, which is truly a testament to Eminem's relevance despite the media's false reports. But the point is, he's made it a tradition to ask about Eminem and seek something controversial with leading questions like, do you think the streets relate to Eminem? And the point of all this is to create some controversy and further the narrative that blacks don't listen to Eminem and he owes his success to just white people. Now, this is completely false, but that doesn't stop reverse stands from using these opinions as facts on social media. But now, check out how DMX handles an interviewer trying to bait him with Eminem questions.
So Eminem released a track which is called Rap God. Does he's the Rap God now?
I don't know what Eminem is. I know he's a talented artist. We have a good relationship, but don't ask me no random shit to start no random beef. All right, please don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
Now I see comments all over the place that Vlad is the one asking these questions, and these comments make it seem like Vlad forces these rappers or Nickelodeon stars to elaborate on Eminem at RPG point. As you can see with DMX's reply, he instantly calls out the interviewer and moves on to talk about how hip-hop is in a sad state. So he pretty much shares the same opinion with Eminem on the state of hip-hop at the moment. You can check out new rappers on XXL freestyling, and even the female rappers are now harder than these new guys, and when I say harder, I'm talking about rap skills, flow, technique, and delivery. It's a bunch of failed R&B artists that have taken advantage of the auto-tune takeover, and now they blend in easier than ever. Rappers without the ability to actually rap. So back to the point. I hope DMX's response shows you guys that keep asking, but that is the one always asking about Eminem. Hope it shows you guys how it's done to keep the conversation going in an interview, especially when Vlad's baits are so obvious. Before some of you younger folks jump into this DMX is highly respected by vets and remains one of the best-selling rappers of all time. None of these new rappers even come close to DMX's commercial success, and he was able to do this when people actually purchased albums. 5 consecutive #1 albums, and his third album went 5 times platinum in the United States, and I'm talking about pure sales, and it earned this certification in 14 months and hasn't been updated since then. Now, if this was a double album, like Tupac and Biggie's Diamonds, DMX would have a diamond album today, so I hope that clears the air. So back to the point, recently even Conway fell for Vlad's bait and slipped up. He called Eminem fans a bunch of nerds and stands, and many people didn't like that coming from an artist under shady records. Of course, he didn't mean no disrespect based on the overall interview, but media journalists like Vlad don't miss quotes that they can use for spicy headlines. You can't blame him for this hustle because he's making cash from it, and this is why I put the blame on the artist. You don't gain anything from it, but Vlad makes all the money. In Conway's case, he ended up turning some Eminem fans who were cool with him to enemies, while Vlad gained subscribers and ad revenue. So if there's nothing to gain as an artist from talking about Eminem controversially, why do it when you're not even making the money from the storm the controversy causes online? At least if you want to talk about Eminem negatively, don't just settle for 2 days in the headlines. So what are your thoughts on this? Tell us in the comment section below. Do you agree with how DMX handled the bait thrown his way about Eminem that would have started some kind of beef? Or do you disagree with DMX's methods of shutting down bait questions? In my opinion, in the social media age, DMX's bluntness is necessary, but what do you guys think? I'll leave a link to the full interview in the description of this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.